Hello, aspiring chemists. Welcome to this exciting session on aldehydes and ketones, a crucial chapter for your advanced preparation. Today, we are diving deep into oxidation, a fundamental reaction that dictates how these organic compounds behave and transform. We'll journey from the basics of what oxidation means for these molecules, through specific reagents and their mechanisms, all the way to advanced concepts and industrial applications. Get ready to explore the fascinating world of chemical transformations across 4 levels of increasing challenge. Let's kick things off with the basics of oxidation for aldehydes and ketones. It's simpler than you might think. Oxidation in organic chemistry generally refers to the gain of oxygen or loss of hydrogen. For our carbonyl compounds, it often means adding an oxygen atom to the carbon chain or breaking carbon-carbon bonds. Aldehydes, with their unique hydrogen atom attached to the carbonyl carbon, are quite reactive. They readily undergo oxidation to form carboxylic acids. Imagine replacing that hydrogen with an oxygen atom, transforming the aldehyde group into a carboxyl group. This makes them easy targets for even mild oxidizing agents. For example, ethanol easily becomes ethanoic acid through this process. This inherent reactivity is a key characteristic of aldehydes. Now, let's talk about ketones. Unlike aldehydes, ketones have two alkyl or aryl groups attached to the carbonyl carbon, meaning there's no hydrogen atom directly on the carbonyl. This structural difference makes them much more resistant to oxidation. They typically require strong oxidizing agents and harsh conditions, like high temperatures, to react. When ketones do oxidize, it's a more drastic process involving the cleavage of carbon-carbon bonds, leading to a mixture of carboxylic acids with fewer carbon atoms. This difference in reactivity is exploited in distinguishing aldehydes from ketones using mild oxidizing agents like Tollens and Fehling's reagents. Tollens reagent, an ammoniacal silver nitrate solution, reduces silver ions to elemental silver, forming a shiny, silver mirror in the presence of an aldehyde. Fehling's solution, containing copper, ions, yields a red precipitate of cuprous oxide. Both tests are negative for ketones, providing a clear way to differentiate them. Time to test your understanding. Here are 3 practice questions to solidify your grasp on the easy concepts. Take a moment to think about each one and apply what we've just learned about aldehydes, ketones, and mild oxidizing agents. Ready to go a bit deeper? In this medium level, we'll explore the nuances of these reactions and introduce some powerful new reagents. Mild oxidizing agents like Tollens and Fehling's aren't just for distinguishing, their specificity is rooted in their mechanism. The aldehyde's carbonyl carbon, being somewhat electrophilic, is attacked, and the CH bond allows for a crucial hydride transfer to the metal ion silver or copper. This is why ketones, lacking that CH bond, don't react. Beyond these, strong oxidizing agents like potassium permanganate and potassium dichromate come into play. These are far less selective and can oxidize both aldehydes and ketones, often under vigorous conditions. K-amino, a potent purple oxidant, reduces to manganese, or manganese dioxide, while KCRO, an orange-red compound, reduces to green chromium, ions in acidic media. These powerful reagents can even cleave carbon-carbon bonds, especially in ketones, leading to more complex product mixtures. When strong agents like K-amino or KCRO are used, aldehydes are still readily oxidized to carboxylic acids, often more completely than with mild agents. But for ketones, the game changes. They need harsh conditions, and their oxidation involves breaking carbon-carbon bonds adjacent to the carbonyl group. This is where Popoff's rule becomes relevant for unsymmetrical ketones. It states that the carbonyl group preferentially stays with the smaller alkyl group during bond cleavage. For instance, in 2-butanone, the bond between the carbonyl carbon and the ethyl group is more likely to break, leading to ethanoic acid and propanoic acid as products, though a mixture is common. This rule helps predict the major products in such vigorous oxidations. Understanding this helps in planning synthetic routes or predicting outcomes in competitive exams. Beyond general oxidation, we have specific reactions like the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. This fascinating reaction uses peroxy acids, such as MCPBA, to transform ketones into esters and aldehydes into carboxylic acids. The key here is the insertion of an oxygen atom between the carbonyl carbon and one of the migrating groups. The choice of which group migrates is not random, it follows a specific order of migratory aptitude. Tertiary alkyl groups migrate more readily than secondary, which are similar to aryl groups, followed by primary alkyl, and finally methyl. For aldehydes, hydrogen has the highest migratory aptitude. This selectivity is crucial for synthetic chemists, allowing for precise control over the product. The Baeyer-Villiger oxidation is a powerful tool for ring expansion in cyclic ketones, yielding lactones, which are cyclic esters. Now, it's your turn to apply these medium-level concepts. Tackle these 5 practice questions, paying close attention to specific reagents, product prediction, and understanding Popoff's rule and Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. Ready for a challenge? The hard level dives into intricate mechanisms, specialized reagents, and theoretical connections. The Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, while introduced, has a fascinating mechanism involving a Cree intermediate. It begins with the peroxy acid attacking the protonated carbonyl, forming a tetrahedral intermediate. The crucial step is the concerted migration of an alkyl or aryl group from the carbonyl carbon to the electron-deficient oxygen of the peroxy acid simultaneously with the O bond cleavage. This migration is highly selective, following a specific order of migratory aptitude, where tertiary alkyl groups are preferred over secondary, aryl, primary, and methyl groups. For aldehydes, hydrogen always migrates preferentially. This concerted nature ensures the retention of stereochemistry at the migrating carbon, if it's chiral. We also consider selective oxidation agents like Jones reagent, which rapidly oxidize aldehydes to carboxylic acids, and PCC, which is milder and stops at the aldehyde stage, making it ideal for synthesizing aldehydes from primary alcohols without overoxidation. These reagents highlight the importance of choosing the right oxidant for desired selectivity. Beyond general oxidants, specific reagents offer unique transformations. Selenium dioxide, or SeO, is a powerful tool for oxidizing active methylene groups alpha to a carbonyl. This means it can convert a CH or CH group adjacent to a carbonyl into another carbonyl, leading to alpha-decarbonyl compounds. Imagine transforming acetone into methylglyoxal, a useful building block. The mechanism involves an Na reaction and a sigmatropic rearrangement, showcasing sophisticated organic reactivity. Then there's the haloform reaction, a classic example of oxidation coupled with cleavage. Methyl ketones, compounds with a Koch group, react with halogens in basic conditions to form a carboxylate and a haloform like chloroform or iodoform. This reaction is essentially an exhaustive alpha halogenation followed by nucleophilic acyl substitution, where the trihalomethyl anion is a good leaving group. This reaction is not just a test for methyl ketones, but also a synthetic method for carboxylic acids and a way to identify specific alcohol types that can be oxidized to methyl ketones. Understanding oxidation also connects to broader theoretical principles. The stability of intermediates plays a huge role in determining reaction pathways. For instance, the leaving group ability of the carboxylate in Baeyer-Villiger and the stability of the migrating carbocation-like transition state influence migratory aptitudes. Furthermore, electrochemical oxidation, though less common in introductory courses, offers a greener and highly controllable method. It uses electric current to drive redox reactions, allowing for precise potential control and often avoiding the use of stoichiometric hazardous reagents. This method is gaining prominence in industrial applications, particularly for complex molecule synthesis and environmental remediation, showcasing how fundamental oxidation principles can be applied in advanced settings. The ability to control oxidation potential allows for highly selective transformations that might be challenging with traditional chemical reagents. You've absorbed some complex information. Now, challenge yourself with these 7 hard-level questions. Think mechanistically, consider reagent specificity, and connect the dots between different concepts. Welcome to the hardest level, where we tackle competitive level challenges, advanced mechanisms, and real-world engineering insights. Let's push your understanding to the limit. At this level, we refine our understanding of Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. The migratory aptitude isn't just an order, it's influenced by both electronic and steric factors. Electron-donating groups stabilize the positive charge developing on the migrating carbon in the transition state, favoring their migration. Crucially, if the migrating group contains a chiral center, its stereochemistry is *retained* because the migration is a concerted, intramolecular process. This stereospecificity is vital in synthesizing complex chiral molecules. Beyond peracids like MCPBA, other peroxides, often catalyzed by Lewis acids or transition metals, can also affect Baeyer-Villiger type oxidations, sometimes with different selectivities. For example, hydrogen peroxide with a boron trifluoride catalyst can offer alternative pathways. Cyclic ketones are particularly interesting as they undergo ring expansion to form lactones, a key transformation in many total syntheses of natural products. Let's explore more specialized reagents. Thallium 3-nitrate, or TTN, is a powerful oxidant for specific transformations, particularly oxidative rearrangements of ketones and chalcones to esters or carboxylic acids. Its mechanism often involves electrophilic thalation followed by rearrangement and dethalation, showcasing unique heavy metal chemistry. Lead tetracetate, LTA, is another versatile heavy metal reagent. It's known for oxidative cleavage of 1,2-diols and alpha-hydroxy ketones, but it can also be used for acetoxylation of enolizable ketones, introducing an acetoxy group at the alpha position. These reagents offer pathways for transformations that are difficult to achieve with standard oxidants. Furthermore, the oxidation of alpha, beta-unsaturated aldehydes and ketones requires careful reagent selection. Mild agents like toluenes can selectively oxidize the aldehyde group without affecting the carbon-carbon double bond, while stronger conditions or specific reagents are needed to target the double bond or cleave the molecule. This highlights the concept of chemoselectivity, the ability of a reagent to react with one functional group in preference to another. Oxidation reactions are not just lab curiosities, they are foundational to industrial processes. A prime example is the synthesis of adipic acid, a crucial monomer for nylon 6,6. Industrially, adipic acid is produced by the oxidation of cyclohexanone, or a mixture of cyclohexanone and cyclohexanol, often referred to as Ca oil. The traditional method involves concentrated nitric acid, which is highly effective but raises environmental concerns due to NOx emissions. Modern industrial processes increasingly favor catalytic air oxidation using molecular oxygen, which is a greener approach. This process requires sophisticated catalysts, typically cobalt or manganese salts, and precise control of temperature and pressure to achieve high yields and selectivity. Understanding the engineering aspects, reactor design, catalyst choice, process optimization for yield, and environmental impact is critical for scaling these reactions from the lab to industrial production. This illustrates the interplay between fundamental chemistry and chemical engineering principles. Finally, let's consider the broader implications and mechanistic puzzles. The design of new, highly selective oxidizing agents, often involving transition metal complexes or biomimetic systems, is a frontier in organic chemistry. Examples like sharpless epoxidation, though for alkenes, exemplify how precise control over oxidation can lead to enantioselective products. Understanding kinetic versus thermodynamic control is also vital, especially for multi-pathway oxidations of unsymmetrical ketones or enolizable systems. Reaction conditions can steer a reaction towards a faster-forming, less stable kinetic product or a slower-forming, more stable thermodynamic product. These advanced concepts are essential for competitive exams, where you might encounter complex synthetic challenges or require a deep mechanistic understanding to predict outcomes. Mastering these nuances will equip you with a powerful toolkit for tackling advanced organic chemistry problems. Now, it's time to truly challenge your expertise. Here are the first 5 questions for the hardest level. These require a deep understanding of mechanisms, reagent specificity, stereochemistry, and industrial applications. Take your time, think critically, and apply all the knowledge you've gained. And here are the remaining 5 questions for the hardest level. These problems will test your ability to synthesize complex molecules, compare different industrial processes, and solve intricate mechanistic puzzles. Good luck, and remember to break down each problem into manageable steps. Congratulations on completing this comprehensive journey through the oxidation of aldehydes and ketones. From basic definitions to advanced mechanisms and industrial applications, you've covered a vast and crucial part of organic chemistry. To continue your learning and access more such in-depth content for G Advanced, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for regular updates and more engaging educational videos. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep excelling in your G Advanced preparation.